Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Solana. Quick favor, if you could just like the video and or comment below before we get started. Greatly appreciate that. What we want to look here, of course, at today is this more recent high here, 155, breaking through that again in the last 3 hours. And we talked about this yesterday too. This is why the Ichimoku Cloud is such an important indicator. You have to start using it if you haven't already. This gives us confirmation that we're still on the right side of the tracks, folks. I mentioned this yesterday. We're going to put this X on the chart. In order to consider a short position, we want to have a confirming factor below that level. We haven't confirmed that, price continues higher, no other way around it. Okay, so again, make sure that you consider using that. I have an instructional video on how to use it correctly if you're curious. That is, of course, somewhere in my channel. Just go ahead and search for it. Okay, let's talk about the liquidation levels. And to quickly note too, also, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback I'm getting received here recently. Same with my admins. We're all doing very well, super happy about it. AVAX 240% 3 months. We got some nice profit there, 83% in 4 days. Injected 76 and an old ARPA trade there too. So considering another Solana trade here, of course, but not quite sure how much further up it's going to go before it does. That's what we're here for, right? Quickly to note too as well, just a heads up, Bitunix, new trading competition here coming up here, folks. We rescheduled the previous one just because we didn't have enough people enrolled. We got 9, we need 30. So go ahead and jump on in there. If you're already using Bitunix, use the link down below to go ahead and register for that. It's available for the next 2 weeks. We got a registration date there. So check that out, folks. Awesome stuff. Nice little 10K prize pool for our community. So Solana, let's jump into the backend data, see what's going on here. It's looking, I wouldn't say bad for shorts because they're getting destroyed. But generally speaking, there's not a lot of liquidation about the price action. So finally, these shorts are getting in their head that it's not a good idea to short. They'll always continue to do that, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking, at this point, this is not the kind of market to short any coins, right? And you've probably heard me say that multiple times over. So I won't be a broken record there, but generally speaking, we can see a lot of basically liquidation occurring right there at about 154, 156, and even upwards of 159. So just do not short this coin, folks. There's no other way around it. I've pretty much said that for the last couple months, and it's proven to continue to defy a lot of short holders or short traders. They actually can't hold for very long because they're getting destroyed, right? So again, just because something's high doesn't mean it's going to just drop, okay? So having said that, let's go ahead and remove the X. We talked about that. Daily time frame, is there any shift in momentum here? First of all, we're above all moving averages, so we have no reason to consider this coin is any sign of bearish, right? So we can even draw out a trend line here that runs fairly concurrent with this moving average, and we'll just kind of pay attention to that later. It doesn't have to be an exact number, folks. Trust me on this, it's okay. And yes, I haven't reversed my fibs yet because I haven't updated my fibs because today's candlestick hasn't closed yet. So if you want to kind of figure out how the price is going to run, you just hit reverse on the fib level there and make sure that your more recent high there from bottom to top is right there at the daily candlestick closure. In other words, today's candle's open still, so there's no reason to include it in the fibs because it's consistently running, right? You can't try to, it's just the same concept as trying to catch a falling knife. You can't do that with fib levels. So anyways, that's just kind of a little pro tip there. Either way you look at it here, best case scenario, if the price continues to run, 175 would be the next target. That's kind of a best case. Again, I'll update our fibs here later once we get a candlestick closure, but generally speaking, that's where we're at. And if we take a look here at the daily time frame, everything's looking fantastic. RSI continuing higher, money flow index hanging out right at 70. As long as these things are over 70, folks, there's no reason to consider the price is going to pull back. Granted, the 24-hour time frame here on the daily is exactly that. It's a larger time frame, so you can experience some delays in momentum. In other words, the 4 hours is a much better time frame to identify those things. But we can also see here, even still, it's just getting started. We're hitting the 70 level on the RSI. If we break through that, we have a great chance the price will continue to go, I wouldn't say parabolic, but it'll be parabolic-ish, right? It'll just continue to run. So we have a second stochastic swing to the upside here. Very, very strong continuation, okay? The only thing I don't love is that money flow index isn't super high. So unless this can continue higher, we might see that pullback here soon. So what we want to see is a money flow index like this. We want to see the MFI coming up really high and the RSI kind of plateauing. That way we can get a nice healthy continuation with a period of consolidation. If we stay at this level for too long without money flowing in, we would probably see the price pull back. Okay, so just a heads up on that, something to pay attention to. If we take a look at the MACD, we can see we're converging here too. So there is 0 out of, 59 reasons to not short this coin. I have to say it like that because people don't seem to get the hint. It's just kind of funny. I'll actually have people coming over to my community, registering as a new user and being like, hey, I destroyed my account because I didn't listen to you. What do you want me to do now? Maybe just start taking some advice. And honestly, you got to work within your risk tolerance, right? So just because I say these things are going to happen X, Y, Z does not imply that it works with your risk tolerance. I'm much different. I'm more of a conservative trader. So I'm going to recommend taking profit whenever possible instead of letting it ride like some people like to do. Granted, there's benefits to that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but just adjust the stop loss higher so you secure profits. Anyways, hourly time frame, this is the one that kind of gives us confirmation. We talked about this earlier, where we had a little X down here saying, hey, if we cross this level, it might be consideration to short. We haven't crossed this level. We've been riding above the cloud for some time now, last 24, 48 hours. And until we break below that level, we should not expect the price to pull back significantly lower. Again, we zoom out a little bit, we can see this point of control here at about 147. Yep, right there, 147. The more recent time frame too, 130. So get it in your heads, 130 and 147 are the two stronger volume support levels that we have in the last roughly just say 2 weeks worth of trading. Okay, so this goes all the way back to the February 29th. So having said that, how much further is it going to go before it pulls back? Well, truth is, we probably don't have a sell signal yet. We've got a green light here for CC Golden, letting us know we do not have a sell signal. As you can kind of see, it picks pretty good sell targets, and we're still waiting for that. So keep your position open, no need to consider closing. But I would recommend, again, as per usual, adjust your stop loss higher. Typically, when we break more recent highs, like we have seen here, this 155, I would say that adjusting your stop loss to that level would be appropriate. Because then if it comes down, stops you out, you can just jump right back in, hypothetically, at that level, because recent highs work as good lows. So we can presume moving forward that this 155 level will be a new support after it's, if and when it's retested. Yeah? Again, emphasis on if, not quite sure. All right, folks, that's pretty much what we got there. Once more, again, just to reiterate, make sure you check this out. Register for this link down below. If you've already used my link to register, we got closer to 500 members that have already registered with Bitunix. Use the link down below to register for this so we can get upwards of 30 people, and those 30 people will effectively compete together for a $10,000 prize pool. It's a really cool situation, so check it out, folks. Open enrollment now. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. Comment below. Love to hear from you. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day.